My Pastor's Little Secrets, Episode 2. The next morning felt different. The apartment smelled of perfume, sweat, and silence. Kemi sat at the edge of the bed, staring at the floor. Her eyes were swollen. She hadn't slept. Pastor Daniel stood near the window, already dressed, adjusting his wristwatch, like a man preparing for a business meeting. Nobody spoke for almost 5 minutes. Finally, he cleared his throat. We were both emotional. The devil took advantage. The devil? It was easier to blame an invisible enemy than the visible choice he made. Kemi's chest felt tight. Sir, I didn't plan. I know, he interrupted quickly. Just let's be careful. We can't allow this to repeat. But 2 weeks later, it repeated, then again and again. The Yaba apartment became their prayer ground. He transferred money regularly now, not just for our family, but for rent, feeding, and clothes. Each alert that entered her phone came with guilt. Each time he called her my daughter in church and baby in private, something inside her fractured. But she told herself he loves me. That was the lie she needed to survive it. By the 3rd month, people began to notice changes. Kemi was quieter during rehearsals. She missed high notes she used to hit effortless. She vomited once in the church toilet during Sunday service. The choir leader, Sister Maka, narrowed her eyes. Are you okay? Yes, ma, Kemi forced a smile. But Nigerian women observed quietly. The usher started whispering. She has added weight small. Her face is shiny. Is there something she is not telling us? Even Pastor Daniel began avoiding eye contact during services. When she sang, he looked down at his Bible because looking at her felt dangerous. One Wednesday night after rehearsal, Kemi sat alone in the church bathroom. Her period was late, 2 weeks late. Her hands trembled as she opened her phone. She searched early pregnancy signs, nausea, fatigue, tender breast, missed period. Her breath shortened. No. The pharmacy attendant didn't even look at her properly. 2,000 naira she paid in cash. At home, she locked her bedroom door. The test tube felt light in her hand, but heavy in meaning. She followed the instructions. Wait 5 minutes, the longest 5 minutes of her life. She passed, prayed, sweated. Then she looked, 2 clear red lines. Positive. Her knees almost gave way. She slid down against the wall, covering her mouth to stop herself from screaming. Her phone rang. Daddy, she didn't pick up. It rang again and again. Finally, she answered. Hello, sir. Why have you been ignoring my calls? He asked sharply. Silence. Kemi. Her voice cracked. I did a test. He stopped breathing for a second. What test? She swallowed. I am pregnant. The silence on the other end was louder than any scream. Pastor Daniel ended the call abruptly. He stood in his bedroom staring at the mirror. Behind him, his wife was folding clothes on the bed. You look disturbed, Ifunanya said softly. Church matters, he quickly replied, but his forehead was drenched in sweat. That night, he barely ate dinner. At 11:47, he called Kemi back. Are you sure? Yes, sir. Maybe the result is wrong. I tested twice. He began passing. This cannot happen. Do you know what this means? The church, my reputation, the children's school. There it was. Not your health, not how you're feeling. Not I'm sorry, only reputation. I can't abort it, Kemi whispered. He stopped walking. You can't what? I can't remove it. I won't remove it. Kemi, don't be emotional. It is a life, sir. The line between pastor and frightened man became very clear. For the first time, she heard fear in his voice, and it wasn't fear of God, it was fear of exposure. Secrets don't hide well inside carelessness. Pastor Ifnaya was preparing his suit for dry cleaning. As she checked his pocket, something slipped out. A folded receipt. She opened it casually. Yaba luxury suit, 3 months payment. Her heart skipped. Why would her husband rent an apartment in Yaba? Then another paper fell. A clinic appointment card. Patient name, Kemi. Date, antenatal booking. Her hands began to shake. Antenatal. She sat slowly on the bed. Her brain tried to find explanation. Maybe church welfare, maybe charity support, maybe. But then she saw it. A small note stuck into the receipt. Thank you for always taking care of me. I don't regret us. The handwriting was feminine. Her breathing became shallow. The room felt smaller. 12 years of marriage flashed before her eyes. The late night meetings, the sudden for password, the increased irritation, it all connected. She didn't cry immediately. She walked to the mirror, looked at her reflection and whispered, Daniel. That night she didn't confront him. She waited because a calm woman is more dangerous than an angry one. And somewhere in Lagos, a secret was growing inside a womb, and a storm was preparing to break. To be continued. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and enjoy the unfolding stories on this channel. Bye. See you next on my next episode. Bye, guys.